Here we are. We're back. The Canadian Bowler Podcast. Daryl, what's going on today?
Not too much, Luke. It's the weekend. I'm glad it's the weekend. The work week drags on a little bit, being home all the time. So it's nice to be on the weekend, and it's actually nice to be doing this show today.
Yeah, without a doubt. I was a little sick this week, so it's nice to be feeling better and not be in my bed. So,
It's interesting you say that because we're heading into the colder months. We're heading into, I guess, cold season usually. Um,
yeah.
I'm just kind of interested what's actually going to happen when people start coughing and sneezing that isn't COVID related.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like it's going to be one of those years where you're not allowed to be normal sick. It's just if you're sick, you might have COVID, so you have to stay home. And I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. Well, before we get started, Daryl, we spoke a little bit before the show. We're happy the channel is growing slowly but surely. We're at 486 subscribers. We're, I don't know, a couple months away from our goal deadline that we set for ourselves of that 500 subscriber mark. Thank you very much for everybody out there who remembers to like, subscribe, and share and all that fun stuff. But a funny stat that we have noticed in the chat, in our analytics, it shows that what is it, like 70% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel.
Yeah.
So it's something crazy like that. I realize a lot of our viewers aren't from the podcast, but hey, remember, you hit the subscribe button down there. If you hit the notification bell, you'll always be able to see when we go live or any new videos are posted. And any feedback's always much appreciated. We're getting into the colder months, like Daryl had mentioned, and the bowling season would generally be over at this point. And we are curious, what do you guys want to see? New ideas, new show times, show regularities, stuff like that. We're just kind of curious uh, what you guys want to see. I know we usually have a couple people in the chat. John Siteman's always out there throwing in some good ideas. So
Yeah.
if anybody else wants to join John Siteman and throw something out there for us, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, we really enjoy doing this show. We enjoy actually interacting with people. We know we don't get a ton of comments after the show. There's a few people that do reach out to us on a regular basis, which is great. Give us some ideas, which is great. But we want to hear from all the rest of you that are watching the show. What is it about the show that brings you back? Is it just because it's a bowl show that is on right now? Is it something that you find interesting? Um, like we've said in the past, this show was meant to be almost like a news update type show. So we'll tell you what's been going on in the Bulls world, what tournaments have been going on, what big things are coming up, so you can get prepared for that. And we wanted to be out there streaming games, doing live interviews, all that kind of stuff, which absolutely did not happen this year.
Yeah, we really did pick a bad year to start this, but I mean, it is what it is. I
Yeah,
think we've done pretty good
yeah,
with what we've had. Another thing that we are bringing back today, I'm sorry if I spoiled the surprise, is the video analysis. I know it's been a heavily suggested thing that we haven't brought back because it's not the easiest thing in the world to set up. But if you have any suggestions of games or stuff that happened in a certain game that you were watching and maybe you were a little confused on why something happened, let us know, because I might find a game interesting that Daryl doesn't find interesting, and so on and so forth. So if you guys have anything like that, again, don't be afraid to give us a little shout out there, and we'll be able to try to figure that out for you.
yeah. Believe it or not, we do enjoy doing analysis. We do enjoy talking about games and going over that stuff. So if there is stuff that you want to see, and I mean, we have to be real here. There's not a lot of video out there other than like World Bulls Tour and Bulls Australia that stream stuff, and some Bulls Canada stuff from the past. So it can be very difficult to pick out games. But if there's stuff you want to see, please let us know.
Yeah, I know this week we probably didn't dig super deep. We didn't find a hidden gem by any means, but it was something that we both agreed was a good match and deserved a little bit of highlight.
Yeah, and also let us know if there's stuff that you would like to see us extend. We do this show, and we have a few segments that we throw in there, which are 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, where we don't go into huge depth. So if there is a game that you want to see, like really dug into, hear a lot of analysis on, there is a possibility we can do that as a separate video. And same with stuff like coaching and talks with Luke about the youth side and growing up in bowls and all that kind of stuff. We can do videos that are longer in length and do that separately if that's what you guys want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I like that idea, Daryl. Just speaking on, I know we're supposed to be have a direction today, but last week we spoke about you getting back on the train with your fitness during the off season, Daryl. So I was just curious how that's going for you.
I can't make a quick exit, but it's not going that great. I can be perfectly honest and say that things have gotten busier since I've been working from home, and it seems almost counterintuitive to me in a way. Like, I'm not going to work, I don't have to drive, commute, spend all my time at the office. But really, I'm spending all my time in this office doing this show, bowl stuff, doing my regular day job. It's been tough, and I've been struggling so hard to get back on that fitness train because I know it's important, not just for bowls and sports and all that kind of stuff, but just for my health. I need to get out there and do stuff so I'm not just sitting on my butt all day in this chair.
Well, Daryl, since you haven't done anything, I will task you with the next 14 days. When we come back in 2 weeks, you have to give me one thing that you did to better your fitness. That's my challenge for you for the next 2 weeks.
Perfect. And I'll urge everybody, this is a good thing. I'm going to be challenged. I'm going to have to go out and do something and report back to Luke. If you have people in your life that are close to you and around you, do the same thing. Give them something to do that will better their life, whether it's fitness or something else. And just give them that challenge and say, you know what, come back in 2 weeks and let's talk about something.
Yeah, and if they didn't do anything, maybe ask them why.
Yeah.
Because it's completely reasonable.
So do I have to like my notes that I have for everything else, make a list of excuses as to why I didn't actually do something?
No, I'll just beat you up if you didn't do anything.
All right, perfect.
I guess let's get back on the topic of bowls for just a little while here. I seen Jake in the chat there, so hello, Jake. We're happy to have you here. What do you think, Daryl? What's next for the Canadian bowler? Do you think we're gonna just keep it on with this, or what do you think we should do?
That's an excellent question. It's tough to do the show I guess sometimes it's every week, sometimes it's every other week. We really did have a lot of shows early on in the year, and while we can tap on people to interview, we can keep trying to find topics to talk about, bowls related. I think we're gonna probably spend the next little while during the off season changing the timing of the show and changing things around to see if things work better or don't work, and maybe add some new things. It's tough.
I think my biggest question to the viewers is, do you enjoy the conversation style podcast like we're having today, or would you rather see more interviews? Because I'm sure we can make more happen. But like we've said a million times, we didn't intend this to be a completely guest-based podcast. Not like we're opposed to having more guests, but I'm just curious what everybody else wants.
Yeah, so let us know. Luke and I, we can sit here and chat for a couple hours with no problem, but we don't want to make this into something that you guys don't want to see. We wanna entice you guys to come back and watch us every time that we go live. We want to interest you and excite you and do that kind of stuff. So yeah, just keep letting us know what you want.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem that we have when we do the episodes like this one is again, I feel terrible for just talking about the same stuff over and over and over again, but nothing's going on. So how much on topic are we even gonna be able to stay? Like I could talk to you for hours about anything, but just on the topic of lawn bowls, there's just not a whole lot to talk about, especially new stuff. So unless we're gonna talk, I see Raymond in the chat there. More on coaching. Like absolutely, we could do more on coaching. I'm no coach, but I'm sure Darryl would be able to do some more coaching stuff for sure.
Yeah, and John Simon just popped in. I'd say a mix of conversation-based stuff and interview. It's super tough to find guests and topics, but anything is entertaining to watch. It's a good point, John. So on the coaching, I can actually do shows on coaching that are very separate from this. I can go and do a video for a half hour, an hour on a topic, get more in depth, do some research, and really get into the meat of everything, rather than just doing something on the show where I gloss over a topic like mental skills. You know, there's a ton of stuff under mental skills, but for 10 minutes, it's not going to even scratch the surface.
I'll tell you what, Cam. I see you saying that Luke could dance. I absolutely could dance, but I tell you what, I will dance if you promise me that you and Mike do Friday karaoke, Canadian Bowler karaoke, live on Facebook.
Ooh.
So if you guys do live karaoke Fridays, I'll dance for you.
Michael Patulli, friend of the show. Luke dancing would help with the physical fitness goal that we were talking about. There you go.
I could do some Zumba or what's that? What's that dance one?
Yeah, that's Zumba. Yeah.
I could do one of those like ones where you get on the bike and you're biking. Come on, guys, everybody, 5 more minutes to hard up the hill now.
Online spin class for the Canadian Bowler.
Yeah. I'll become a Peloton coach. It's always been my dream.
There you go. So guys, we're gonna be playing with the show a little bit. We may not go live as often as we did with this show. We may throw out some recorded videos. We may throw out some live chats with just Luke or just myself. And we may throw out some other stuff, like maybe we'll do an extra After Dark where we're able to get a bunch of people in and do a few shows. We may do something completely different. We still discuss. And with your suggestions, just keep throwing them at us, and hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Cameron, I'm sure we could make your suggestion happen for karaoke. It doesn't sound too difficult. But yeah, like Darryl said, yeah, lots of suggestions are helpful. If we don't take your suggestion immediately, or it seems like we're ignoring your suggestion, I promise you we're not. So just keep on firing them out there. We appreciate them.
Cool.
Moving forward, I guess Darryl has something set up here, so I will let Darryl take the lead.
All right. So for those out there that have been watching for a while, we did some analysis early on in our shows. We really wanted to see what we could do online, what we could do live that would make sense. We were trying to test the waters, and we got some feedback on our analysis videos that you wanted to see more of that. So we've gone ahead and we picked something, and I'll just transition over to that right now. Where we've got a game from the 2015 Australian Open. It is the final match between Aaron Tays and Brian Bester, obviously. We picked this, obviously, because it was easy to find, and it is a match that we know, and we're sure that all of you know as well, where Ryan and Aaron were battling it out over a number of ends. It is an excellent game from start to finish. But we went through and we picked a few ends that hopefully we can discuss here and give a little context, discuss a few of the shots that might be available, and then see how it plays out. This is by no means the best series of ends. This isn't necessarily the most exciting series of ends, but it is a way for us to illustrate how games are played, and give you guys a little context on maybe why they chose shots that they did or why they didn't choose shots. where you might think that that shot should have been played. So, with that being said, what you can see before you, I use Coach's Eye to do a lot of coaching videos. I haven't done any recently, but when players send something in, like their delivery or other things, I use this to mark up their video and send it back to them and tell them what I think and give them some context. So let's start this. We are actually in end one. We've just started the game. As you can see, Ryan and Aaron have a number of short bowls here. Obviously, these four are basically from the level that we're playing right now, not great bowls. They're right in the front. They're very, very short. They're just in the way. Basically, all they're taking away is the drive, but they're not doing anything for anybody. Aaron has one bowl back here, and Ryan has the second shot up here. So the context of this is Aaron is going to play another shot, and Luke, what do you think Aaron should do with his last shot here?
I would probably be playing on, from what I see, it would be the right-hand side. I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out which side of the green that would be. I guess it would be his backhand, probably. Coming around, I wish I could draw. Coming around, yeah, the side you have it on there, coming around that side, just because I think that eliminates the most immediate danger, which would be Ryan's second shot. If he grabs a jack and tucks it a little bit, that's great. And I think if he crashes on those front bowls, there's a good chance it's going to bump off the orange, and he's probably safe. So yeah, I think I would be coming around there just because I think it eliminates the most danger.
I can't disagree with you there. So there are those options. I mean, obviously the option of him playing down on this side as well. Really, I think the goal for him is to get anything past this purple here. So if I eliminate all of this, he wants to break this threshold, get past this purple to get a second shot. It doesn't matter where in this square he gets that second shot. He wants a second shot. This right now is a prime target for Ryan. Ryan could take it out with a drive potentially and get one shot. He could take it down with a quicker shot, move it out of the way and get either one shot or possibly two. There's a lot of danger with having just one bowl out there. And we all know that if you study Ryan and you understand what Ryan does, is he likes to play that little overweight shot, and he's very, very good at it. So you want to be protected against that. Let's see what Aaron does here. Like you said, he's coming down that backhand side. He's just looking to get something close because he's on draw weight.
A little short.
Yeah, so I'll pause that right here. So that's probably, I'm not going to say the absolute worst that could happen, but it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, you want to always be to reaching and wide. I would rather see Aaron here, coming out and around, not getting close to these bulls. I know he wanted to get in here with that shot by coming in close, but he got into some danger and obviously it hit the front. So a lost opportunity for him to actually consolidate what he has in the one and protect it from being just that one shot. So what do you think Ryan should do here?
Knowing the type of bowler that Ryan was, I'm going to take that out of context, and I will say what I would do would be play the best shot in bowls and play the yard on, controlled little push on the bowl and sit for two.
Down here?
Yep.
I can't. That's exactly what I would do as well. You've got second shot is the first end. If you give up one, it's not the end of the world. But if you're able to make that shot, even come down, if you're a little short and rest and fall in or something like that, you're gold. Right?
You have to remember too, they're playing on an Australian green that appears to be quite fast. He literally just has to touch that bowl and it's going to roll.
Obviously, Aaron doesn't like that one. And we do have Ryan playing exactly what we talked about. That just controlled weight, picks it out, probably sits for 2.
Looks like 2 to me.
Now. Okay, so now we're on to N2. I was running through this video and I found N2 and I thought this was really interesting because Aaron absolutely pegged this shot. A resting toucher, almost a back resting toucher, which is really awesome. What you can't see is also, I believe, he's got a shot in the back. So if we play this forward a little bit, I just want to look at this. So what Ryan has done is essentially all of his shots have come from this side and they're all playing through the head. So you're looking at this from Aaron's perspective. You've seen Ryan play over, you've seen him play this side, you've seen exactly what he's doing and that he is an attacking player. He doesn't like to just try to draw things off. What are you trying to do with this and with this?
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. I was reading something, but I think if this is me again, I'm playing that controller weight that Ryan's so good at, and I'm trying to either grab that bull or grab a jack on the way by.
Yeah, so Ryan's gonna come through here, and he wants to get that bull or that jack optimally in this circle. So somewhere in between these 3. The best spot is obviously maybe in here so it's protected a little. Aaron, on this hand, he did play this side, but if we switch colors here, he wants to get somewhere in here. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. He wants to protect his shot, and he knows that Ryan is trying to get here, so you want to get to that spot before Ryan does. Let's see how that plays out. Ryan knows he just missed, and if he makes that nice fine adjustment, he's actually going to be able to get there. So Aaron is really just trying to protect what he has. And again, that, I mean, no offense to Aaron, that's just a bad shot. At this level, on these greens, that's just a really bad shot. He wants to be at least here. I would rather see him here. He's got one in the back, as you can see back here. But best, okay, really bad. Anywhere in front is really bad.
Absolutely.
So I think it's fairly obvious that Ryan's going to try to pull this back to the 4, right? This is where he wants to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
With this? Okay. Oh, I might have to restart this. It looks like it's paused for us. So here we go. Here's Ryan.
Bang, bang.
Let me just play this a little bit further. Oh, I want to go back a bit. So, perfect shot by Ryan. The only way it could have been even better is if he had got the bull here.
Right.
Or got the jack here, I mean. It is still exposed and does give Aaron the opportunity to come down here, which then leads it to here. You could try to explode this up the middle and try to take out as many as you could, I guess. What would be your take on this, Luke?
I would probably say what you did on the first. I don't know if I would necessarily be hunting for the jack, but I'd probably just be trying to get in there so I don't give up 4.
Yeah, so you just want to hopefully match this.
I'd probably attempt to be drawing down to that bowl, try and beat that bowl. But if I just get inside and I cut it down to 1 or 2, I'd be happy with that too.
Exactly. So you just want to beat here, like
That's
even if
correct.
it's out here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what he does. Yeah. The only thing with Ryan's shot, he made the shot. It was great. It just didn't. The jack didn't land in the best spot that it possibly could for him. But when you're playing at this level and you're playing on these greens, it's really, really tough to make some of these shots.
Great shot.
Great shot by Aaron, right? Made up for some of the shorter bowls that he threw in the first and this one. For any player that's out there, and I want to emphasize this, the jack was at this level. Give yourself a chance. If you're trying to make a shot, give yourself a chance. You can fail. Aaron could have missed that jack and been back here without it. And I would have been okay with that. As a coach, as a player, I would have been okay with that. I missed the shot. I at least gave myself a chance to do it. If I end up like he did with this first one out here, that bull had no chance.
Yep.
You were not going to get that shot. You were not going to do anything. You're not going to change your circumstance at all. You need to give yourself an opportunity to make that change. All right. Just probably got 2 out of that. Now, we're getting a little bit deeper into the game. It's 8-6. Like I said, for those that are watching, this game is excellent. If you get a chance to watch it, and I know I'm pretty sure John Siteman was there during this one at the Australian Open to watch. It is an excellent game to go back and watch. It was a battle. There's lots of stuff to learn from it as far as shots and shot selection. So that's why we kind of chose it to do this on this. So Aaron makes an excellent shot, resting back a toucher right behind the jack. I'll let this and just play it a little bit more. Now, we've got an interesting situation. So we've got Ryan with 2. Aaron's got 1 here. What do you think would be your next shot if you were Aaron?
I'd probably just draw another one close. I was so good on my first one. Might as well just put another one in there and force Ryan to make a shot.
I can't disagree with that. Sorry, were you gonna say something, Luke? I cut you off.
Nope, no, you're good.
Okay. Ryan's blocked off the straight drive here, so he does have to kind of try to come around, which is fine. For me, Aaron's trying to beat this bull, so he's got 1 resting toucher. He wants to be somewhere back here. Oh, back here. Right, there's the tee. He wants to be somewhere close to that, so if the jack does go somewhere, he has a little bit of protection. Let's see what he does here. We need to keep in mind, Ryan has been on the international scene for a very long time at this point. Won a ton of stuff, super respected. This is his club. Aaron hadn't quite yet made the transition. Like you said, Luke, brilliant bowl, right in there. Like I was saying, Aaron was just on the cusp of actually breaking out, and I think this was his breakout performance. Spoiler alert, he does win this. But
oh no.
If you haven't seen it from 2015, then you're just out of the loop, so I'll let you know that. This was his breakout performance. He is now representing Warilla at the BPL. He's won a ton of stuff. Performed at the Australian Open. He's on the Jackaroos, so he is an excellent bowler. He was just breaking out at this point. So this was him being up against basically a titan in the sport, which was Ryan. So excellent shot here. I'm going to zoom in on this just to make sure you know exactly how close it was. I wanted to let this play out because I want to talk about what Ryan possibly should have done in this regard. So Ryan's played his third shot. Aaron has two marking right here. He played a little bit through, and I don't think that was a bad shot. And I'm not sure that was necessarily what was intended. I think he wanted to come into here and jiggle this up anyway. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, that would have been my immediate reaction. Seeing Aaron's second bowl there, I thought Aaron's second bowl was great, but it does give Ryan an extra shot because he has more to play on. He could double those out if he was feeling it. I guess Ryan's shot there isn't terrible because he's in the back, so he still has the opportunity. I'm assuming they're playing reset at this point, so he has an opportunity to kill an end if he hits that orange bowl just right. But yeah, I think I would have been trying to play the same shot he did there.
Now, would you recommend him to drive at this at all?
No.
Okay, so we'll take the drive out of the thing because that's one of his shots. So let's see here. Really, for my money, Aaron's playing protection. He's trying to get to that tee just to protect. He's got two good shots in there. You know, protect what you have, consolidate the end, make sure you don't have any gaping holes where your opponent can get multiples. And right now, Ryan's best shot is on the tee, right? Nope. Can't control pets, everybody. Now, like we said in earlier ends, this is where I think Aaron struggles. It's an okay shot as far as taking away, like really taking away that drive option. I think that really shuts the door on any super overweight shot. It does also block Ryan on kind of a really upweight shot to this.
I think just knowing the type of player Ryan is here, knowing that shot's gone, I could totally see him. I could still see him coming around and trying a similar shot, but I could also see him trying to pump his front bowl through the head because it's not really going to change anything if he misses or not.
This onto this?
Correct.
And Aaron has nothing back here on the tee. I would have preferred to see Aaron actually play back to these. And I think that might be what he was trying. I don't know how he went from being absolutely spot on here to then dropping one here. It's just a mental focus kind of thing, and I'll touch on some mental stuff later, but he really needs to get that ball back there and protect it. I could see Ryan pumping. I would prefer to see Ryan just playing an up weight. Basically like you're drawing to the tee, so a shot probably this weight to get here through the head. So if he pumps this up a bit, great. If he actually hits this, great. Because I don't think driving is going to get you what you think, and if you miss your drive, you're not giving yourself any other options, right? Let's see what Ryan does here.
Darryl, did you see my message?
Oh, I didn't.
I wrote it on Skype.
Oh, okay. Now, Ryan actually played the drive, which I wouldn't recommend, and I don't think you'd recommend to anybody, would you?
No, I mean I can understand why he did that, but I think he would have been completely fine going the other route.
Yeah, I'm just going to jump ahead a bit here. Kind of like his first shot. This is the shot that I would have liked Aaron to play before, and he just misses a huge opportunity at three. You really want to just get in that circle. What I want to do now, jump ahead to what is the final end, and we'll play through this a little bit quicker here. So We're coming down to the final end, the final point. And if that doesn't spoil it for you, where Aaron actually hits a front knocker here, he gets a toucher. His dad's really happy. Now all he has to do is consolidate. And what Ryan is trying to do is attack that shot. Ryan's already got the setup back here. Now he's trying to get through. Ryan misses again. He's got another one back. All Aaron wants to do is get here with his shots. Right?
Yep. He wants to eliminate any danger.
So he gets to the tee, which is excellent. Just as a good start. Ryan again just really trying to attack the shot. And he gets so close. So close. Now, Ryan's only option is to get that jack back because he can't leave that bull where it is. You can't anticipate that he's going to outdraw it, having played weight through it. So he's going to play weight again. Aaron absolutely needs to get here. Okay. We'll let Aaron come through. He plays...
Perfect shot.
The only way it would be even better is if he was in the middle of those three, right in there. And Ryan's got one final shot to play. And Ryan is an amazing bowler, and win or lose, he plays amazing shots. He never gives up. He's down. He actually makes a fantastic shot to peel that jack back. But unfortunately, as you can see here, Aaron takes the win.
It just not roll quite far enough.
So that's a quick little analysis. I hope you got some stuff about this, about reaching with your bulls, getting bulls behind, playing protection when you have the point locked up. And short bulls don't get you anything. Okay.
I am going to apologize. We had to speed that up because I'm dumb. And I double booked myself today. And I got my times mixed up. And I'm sorry. But I have to leave. So I will give them the show to Darryl. It's yours. You can have it.
Thank you, Luke. We appreciate you being here for the first part of it, and hope you have a great day and a great weekend, buddy.
Yeah, I am sorry to Darryl, and I'm sorry to everybody else who loves to see my face, but I have to go. And Darryl, good luck, and everybody enjoy the Coach's Corner. And always remember, guys, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And Darryl, we'll finish the show. Goodbye.
All right, guys. So now you're stuck with me. I hope that's okay. I appreciate everybody that's in here. Luke made the time. We wanted to do this show. It's been really tough for just the two of us being the hosts to actually make everything work and get stuff coordinated. But seeing people in chat, seeing people here watching the show really means a lot to both of us. We really, really wanted to make that clear. We are trying our best to put out content on a regular basis, stuff that's meaningful. We don't just want to put out stuff for the sake of putting stuff out. So for that analysis, we actually posted the full match on our YouTube page. So go and follow, like, subscribe, everything to our YouTube page. You can see a lot of past videos. You can see that video in particular, which we just posted. You can take a look at it and watch the whole thing for yourself and see how it unfolds. Really, the point we wanted to make was short bowls are the bane of every bowler's existence. Trying to play a blocker is one of the toughest shots in the game. You need to be able to reach with your bowl. You need to be able to make an effort to change the head, good or bad. You need to give yourself a chance. Just wanted to read a quick couple comments from John. I got focused on the video, but he wasn't at that Australian Open. He got to watch in person Nathan Peterson versus Nathan Rice in 2017. Got to see the Bester and Taze rematch in 2016 in the round of 128, which is crazy to think, and he handed 128. he's had been on state squad for a few years, and this was his first major final. This game brought him into the Aussie squad, and that's what I was trying to say. So it was sort of the up and comer versus the consistent performer. To see Aaron Tays or Teasy win against Bester, it was great to see. I always cheer on Bester because he's a friend of mine. He's a Canadian, obviously, but to see such a great match and it come down to shots being made by both sides is what you want to see in a really, really good match. So going on with that, I want to move into Coach's Corner to end off our show. You're stuck with me, obviously. Just give me a second to bring that up. Coach's Corner. So you won't see my face on this one, but we have a Coach's Corner for you. So mental versus physical. I want to talk about this in the terms of, we always hear from everybody the difference of how much mental versus how much physical is involved in the sport. The age-old ratio. So you guys, I'm sure you've heard it before, maybe from a coach, maybe from just players playing around. The 80-20 rule. Maybe you heard the 90-10 rule. Maybe you heard the 70-30 rule. It could change so much. The idea that people are trying to get across to you is, how much mental is there to how much physical in the game? So we know that the physical part is the delivery, getting on the mat, rolling the bowl. And once you release the bowl, that's pretty much it. The physical is keeping yourself in shape, keeping yourself ready to go, keeping yourself limber, being able to deliver the bowl in an effective manner. But it's such a small percentage if you think about it. The ratio is different from person to person. Some people struggle with the physical and need to focus a little bit more on that as they progress along. Others, it comes naturally, and their physical performance is, really, really good. They need to work on the mental, which takes that physical performance to another level. So when you're talking about a new bowler to an intermediate bowler to an elite bowler, you're talking about a new bowler, you might want to flip that ratio on its head, right? 80% physical, 20% mental. They don't care about tactics. They don't care about strategy. They aren't playing in games where pressure is an issue. We're not talking about visualization. We're not talking about all those little key aspects that will take your performance up another 10%, 5%, 2%. You're looking for that little edge. The new bowler is looking simply to deliver that bowl effectively. Okay, you want to work on the mental to get them into repetition and to get them seeing the benefit of doing that delivery over and over and over again until it just becomes unconscious. So the drills and training are geared towards delivery. Okay, get that physical act tuned up, get that correct, get that all in place as a foundation for everything that comes after. Okay, pre-delivery and delivery. What are you doing before the delivery? How do you line yourself up? Where are you looking? How are you stepping onto the mat? And then the delivery. How are you gripping the bowl? Is it proper? Are you stepping? Do you have balance when you get onto the step onto the mat? Do you have balance when you take that step and deliver the bowl? Are you releasing at a good point? Are you dumping the bowl? Are you lofting the bowl? There's a whole bunch of all these little things that come into the delivery. As a new bowler or even an intermediate bowler, you're working on these things on a regular basis. You're doing those repetitions. You're trying to ingrain in yourself, this is what I need to do to get a perfect delivery. As a new bowler, I don't care so much if you're hitting the perfect shot, if you're hitting the perfect weight, if you're hitting the perfect line. I want to see that delivery is down and you're doing it correctly, because then I can work on all the other things, because your delivery is good or great. Now I can tell you the line, and I know that you're going to hit the line if you do everything that you do in your delivery. I know that I can teach you weight because I can tweak your delivery a little bit and get you in the mental game with that 20% to understand weight a little bit more. And I noted here changes equal more repetition. So every time you change your delivery, you need to go out there and repeat, 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 repeat until it becomes just a natural thing for you to do. You can't just go out there, change your delivery and hope that it works because you're such a great bowler or you've been bowling for a long time. Anytime you change your delivery, you need more repetition. And this is where we get into the 20/80. You can do whatever ratio that you want to, but elite bowlers do less on the physical and more on the mental. The physical comes in, like, say you have a layoff, and in Canada we have a layoff of off season over the winter. We may not get out and do a whole bunch of stuff. We need that physical startup at the beginning of the season to work out the kinks, to get back into form, all that kind of stuff. And then once we click, it's all mental after that. The physical should now be automatic. Okay, you're working out some tweaks. You may have some issues where you didn't stretch properly, so your delivery is a little off, or something happened off the green where now, because you have a little physical discomfort or something changed in your lifestyle, maybe you're a young person growing up, your physical has changed a bit, now you need to go back and work on that a little, but it's minor. It's not a major change. The drills are now about visualization. Okay, can I picture that bull going down and making that shot so that I can repeat that when I actually do the physical action? Weight and line. Can I nail the weight and line as much as possible mentally, so that when I throw that bull and I know my delivery's good, I'll hit that line and I'll make that weighted shot. And adjustments. You know, I'm a foot off. Can I take a foot off? Can I add a foot on? Can I make the inch adjustment on my line so that I just missed the jack, now I'm going to hit the jack? And I'll focus on concentration. This is where that video before comes into play. Aaron was under a tremendous amount of pressure, but the focus and concentration he had during that whole time, playing against an elite player, playing in a major event like that, even though he was a good player, tapping into that focus and concentration, both of them, I should say, actually, to whether you're up or down, whether you're in a bad spot in the head or a good spot in the head, you have the focus and concentration to get through the pressure, to get through everything, to make those shots count. Like I said, the physical should be automatic. Repetition is just in physical. You're just, in your drills, you're working on other things, but you're still repeating that delivery. You're just keeping it flowing. You're doing it. It's automatic. You're not thinking about foot placement and balance and weight and all that kind of stuff. And in my experience, mental training is harder than physical. Physical, you can go out and I can set up a drill and say, hit this point, go here, do this, and show you everything. The mental is not tangible. It's not something that you can necessarily see. You have to believe in it. You have to train in it and work on it when it's not just apparent to you what is actually out there. The physical items, okay? There's no 100% correct way to deliver. People can say that they have the magic bullet. They can say that this is the way you should deliver. This is the way you should stand. Don't believe that. Okay, there are fundamental good keys and steps to doing it. You want to be balanced. You don't want your feet too close together necessarily. You want to approach the mat in the way that you're gonna deliver. So get your point of entry, your point of focus for your delivery, and walk onto the mat. Get your fitness up, and make sure that all the key aspects, delivery, release point, balance, etc., are all on point. There are no style points in this game, but everybody delivers the bowl differently. I can pick on a few. Jeremy Henry, elite bowler. Not a lot of people are going to deliver the bowl the way he does, but the fundamental parts of it are there. For those bowlers that remember Ian Taylor, or Tails, he had a massive pump delivery where he'd circle, and juggle the bowl and then deliver. But if you take a look at just that delivery, all the fundamentals are there. Everything that he does beforehand is for him to get geared up and for him to do a delivery correctly. I would never tell anybody to do that, but it works for him and he has the fundamentals. So remember, it's not that you have to be a robot and mimic a perfect delivery on and on and on. It's about the fundamentals. John Siteman just saying there, Darren Burnett and Paul Foster are two of the best fundamental deliveries that I've seen, but are way different than the typical style people are originally taught. And that's it. You don't have to fit into a mold to deliver a bowl correctly, but you need the fundamentals in order to do it. Body type, flexibilities, physical limitations, they change from person to person. There's tall, really skinny guys like, say, Lurch, or myself. I'm not as tall as Lurch, but and then there's bigger people. Jeremy Henry, for an instance, has a body type that he needs to adjust to get certain things going along. There are shorter people, taller people, people that have physical limitations where they can't bend down as much or they can't swing their arm as much. So you have to make adjustments for that. But still, fundamentals are key. Understanding the basics to a solid delivery, right? Repetition to make it automatic. Do it over and over and over again until it becomes natural and you don't have to think about it anymore. Keep up bad habits. Learn how to maintain performance. So for us in Canada, we have a break over winter. You need to get out there on the green to work out the bad habits, the kinks, the stiffness. Maybe you were 5-pin bowling, maybe you were 10-pin bowling or curling. Some of those things may not translate well over into bowls, so you need to work those things out before you work on everything else. And like I said, for elite bowlers, this is just maintenance. Okay? You know how to deliver a bowl. You've done it a million times. Now you just need to maintain. Okay? And changes do come with age, right? Your physical body changes, your age changes, your ability to do physical things change. And like I said, there's no silver bullet. Okay, have a coach, have a third party, or even video yourself doing delivery from many angles and take a look. What you're seeing as a first person doing your delivery and what you feel doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly what you're doing. You could think you're delivering a bowl perfectly. You take a look at the video and you're actually dropping a bowl, or you're actually off balance, right? You're leaning to the side. So do that work and get that delivery tight. Fix the fundamentals and work out the kinks, and repeat to make it stick. And new, novice, and intermediate, work on building your best delivery before you move on to more technical and tough skills. Mental items. Mental covers a wide range of items. Okay, so focus and concentration, mood. Can you bring yourself up to actually perform in a game? Arousal. Positive versus negative. Can you get yourself out of the super positive, hype, adrenaline fueled state, and can you bring yourself out of negative states? Okay, you want to maintain that middle ground where you're performing and you're in control and you know exactly what you're doing. Strategy and tactics. Do you understand the strategy and tactics of the game? And visualization is a huge one. I teach people on a regular basis, but it is a tough one to see. Every bowler does it. You know what bowl you want to do. You know where you want your bowl to go. You are visualizing. You just need to harness that, make it better, and make it apparent to yourself that that's what you're doing and use it to your advantage. Requires just as much, if not more, training than physical. Physical, you can see, you can do. I can get you out there and do a bunch of drills on the green that will key on your delivery. You know, stepping points, I can focus on that. Balance, I can focus on that. But for physical, visualization, mood, concentration, pressure, how can I simulate being under tremendous amount of pressure like you would in a competition? It's tough. Mental can be done anywhere and anytime. That's what the off season is for, guys. You might not be able to get onto a green, but you can do the mental side. Okay, find things that will help you change your mood. How do I get to my happy place? How do I get to my middle ground? Work on visualization. Sit in a room and concentrate on what does the green look like? What is it like when I play? What am I looking at when I'm playing? And work out all those things so that when you get on the green, you can put those things into place and be an excellent visualization type of player. It helps. Trust me, it helps. Mental training is complicated. Okay? Having a coach, having someone that can help you with those mental skills is huge. I recommend some books to people. So if you're having trouble with the mental side, make sure that you reach out to me or the show, and hopefully we can do some stuff on that. So Jake is just saying in chat, managing distractions and staying focused and concentrated is hard. There were numerous times last year where I struggled with that mid-game mental training. Is my biggest weakness, I think. And I think, Jake, you're not alone. A lot of bowlers struggle with that. Do you just wander aimlessly, like in between shots? Are you doing the work to prepare yourself for the next shot? Or are you chatting with people? Are you looking away? Do you even care what's going on in the game and you're just lobbing bowls? Okay, work on that mental game. It is tough. It's not easy. And sometimes it can be a struggle just to say, okay, I'm going to spend some time working on that mental side. Rip it and rip it, right? You don't want to be just the guy out there that's grabbing bowls and lobbing them down the green. Okay. You need dedication to both the physical and mental, and remember that ratio shifts as you get better and better. Okay. You start with the physical, you move to the mental. The emphasis you should be changing over time. Okay. You don't split yourself 50-50 and try to work on both at the same time. If you're working on the physical, work on the physical. If you're working on the mental, work on the mental. But I always suggest get that physical delivery down so it's a habit, so it's second nature, it's unconscious, and then work on the mental. Everyone is different, okay? Take what works from others and use it, dump what doesn't. You can have a coach that tells you to do certain things. You can do the shooter stance, you can do the New Zealand way, you can do the Australian style of bowls, or something that's a variation. Don't do something just because other people do it. Do it because it works for you. Do it because it makes sense. Do it because you're getting the results. Okay? That's important. There is no magic bullet. There is no one size fits all. Ask around for help. And that point just before, test things out. Okay? You have time. Go out and practice and test things out. If it doesn't work, dump it. Get rid of it. Forget about it. You don't have to persist at something that's not going to work. It's just banging your head against a wall. Make sure you do the things that are going to get you into the right frame of mind, get things that are right for you and are going to be a positive influence on you. Every player and even players in different countries have varying levels of needs. Okay, Australia, you get to play a lot, and they're playing right now. In Canada, we haven't played in a serious game, like a major competition, in well over a year now. And we're going to go into winter and move. Who knows what's going to happen next year? So having that time off, what are you going to do to maintain your place? What are you going to do when you get back on the green to really ramp yourself up to be back to where you need to be? Okay, moving countries, people are traveling. Well, they're not traveling now, but they did in the past. So Canadians going down to Australia, people moving up to Canada, whatever it is, how are you going to adjust? You need to get down to that physical again. If you're an elite player going down to Australia, you need to work on delivering the bowl, learning the greens, understanding the speed, all that kind of stuff, and possibly moving indoor to outdoor. So really, your body doesn't go where your mind doesn't push it. So make sure you're working on the physical, you're working on the mental, and combine those things to make yourself an elite player. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something from that. I try to do these coaching corners as much as possible. I try to come up with stuff that'll help you guys out. It is condensed into this show. I could talk about mental skills for days and days and days. I could talk about physical skills. I could break down deliveries. If you want to see that stuff, and I can do it in separate videos, let us know. If there's things that you want to see, let us know. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. We post on Twitter and Instagram when we're going live. We try to put that stuff out there for you guys to take in. Let us know what you want to see. Okay, this show is our passion project, but it's for you guys. It's for consumption by you guys. And we want to know what you want to see because we want to give you what you want to see. So with that, guys, I think that's the end of our show. We're just edging on over an hour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you appreciate some of the stuff that we're putting out there. Everything is in the description below. We're on audio podcast that will be out shortly, and please like and subscribe. And just to end off, Jake, just send a message. Don't know if there is video for it, but maybe a future show could talk about momentum swings. What causes it, how to stop it. So you're talking about in-game momentum swings, right? You get up to a fast lead and then all of a sudden it drops off and someone else catches up. We can do that for sure. That's not a problem. That is a huge mental thing, right? It has nothing to do with your physical. It's mental. Perfect. Thank you, Jake, for the suggestion. Everybody that's in chat, everybody watching, everybody that follows the show, thank you again for all your support. We're closing in on 500 subscribers on YouTube. That's our goal by the end of the year. If you enjoy our content, please share it with people, share it with your clubs, share it with your members, get them to connect with us. We want to share our love and passion for the sport with everybody out there. And we hope we can connect with everybody. So with that, guys, I'll thank you for Luke, who is not here right now, but thank you from Luke and myself, and have a great weekend, and may all your bulls be touchers.